Chael in DC, welcome to Never Been Asked, where ideally I'm going to ask you questions you've never heard before. All right, first things first. Would you rather have everyone in your life sound exactly like Wanderlei Silva, so babies, doctors, old people, or have Ariel Helwani quietly commentate all of your actions on a day-to-day basis for the rest of eternity?
Wanderlei. I'll take Wanderlei. Baby's coming out looking axe murderer. What do you think, D?
Oh, my God. Ariel quietly commentate my daily activities.
For the rest, he's like in your ear. Or he's like asking you questions. Why did you pick this shirt? Why did you pick these shoes?
I think I might be taking Ariel, man. I'm not dealing with Wanderlei every day of my life.
That's a tough one.
And Wanderlei's mean, too.
He can be.
Yeah, he's very mean.
He's very intense.
Easy choice for you, though, it seemed. You said it was a hard choice, but you answered pretty quickly.
No, I'm kind of into the Wanderlei segment. You got to understand, like, he was that age that I used to kind of admire those guys. So I would have pleasant memories if it was Wanderlei, but, you know, they both would be brutally annoying. But I think that's the point of the question.
Yeah, tough choice.
Yeah.
What is the whitest aspect about Dana White, besides his thirst for world domination?
Oh, he wears a suit with a T-shirt. You know, like how like the white guys, rich white guys wear like a suit, but not a shirt. They wear like a T-shirt, but make it look okay. Or he would wear like just polos, like a polo T-shirt to a press conference.
Sure.
That's pretty white.
I had dinner with Dana White one time. He said, I feel like eating a potato. Called it a potato. He ordered mashed potatoes, baked potatoes, and French fries, and never touched any of them.
Yeah, that's white.
He did not touch it, offered it all to us, and when he was done, he left a $10,000 tip. We got up and walked out. That's a true story.
Yeah, it's the suit with the T-shirt.
Suit with the shirt while ordering a variation of potatoes and not eating them at the same time with a big tip.
And still left him 10 grand.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Great answers.
Covered that guy's rent for 6 months.
All right, if you could rough up anyone in the octagon, and what damage do you intend on inflicting?
We could just beat him as bad as we want.
Bad as you want. I'm looking for some specifics
I
here.
would probably go with Saddam. I would give Saddam an ass whipping to be remembered.
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm probably whipping Saddam's ass too, though.
Saddam is getting the business then.
I'm like kicking Saddam as he's running away in his ass.
Yeah. Kicking me.
All right.
I would take my time as well.
Let's envision y'all two are competing for the belt in a press conference. Let's each hurl 3 insults at each other. We'll let the fans at home decide who wins.
He lost to John Jones. Even if John was cheating, he lost. I ripped John's toe off. I ripped it off and I threw it into the second row. I am the linear champion to this day, and that includes over DC. The entire reason John Jones won't sign to fight Aspinall is because he's limping around. He's limping around from the foot that I gave him in Newark, New Jersey, and I would just probably bring that up. I would bring up reality is what I would tell Daniel. The reality that I beat John and you did not.
Any response?
No, that's why he's the bad guy. I can't talk trash with this dude. He's like one of the greatest trash talkers in the history of the game.
It was a tough task.
Just being real.
Tough task. That was pretty simple, yes.
I'm just telling you what happened.
Now I'm wondering, if aliens landed on Earth and demanded to meet your leader, who are you taking them to? Who do you think is the leader? A good representation?
I believe the most powerful man in the world is Dana White.
He does believe
In the
that.
world.
No, I can see
He
sincere
can
about
sit
that. for
Zuckerberg
sure.
on this side, and he could put Elon on this side. If Dana calls them and tells them to both show up, they will both show up. I think he's the most powerful man in the world.
I think John Jones, like I'm thinking Tom Aspinall. I'm taking him to them dudes knowing that if stuff goes sideways, and there's like, because you know what the aliens are doing. The aliens going to take their toughest warrior and going to put him in unarmed combat with our toughest warrior.
Sure.
Right?
Ultimately, that's what it comes down
That's
to.
what it comes down to. So, Dana White, you take Dana. Dana goes, I will bring my stable of fighters, right? So that's a great answer. But I'm bringing the actual fighter. And I'm choosing between John Jones, Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane, UFC's heavyweights.
So you have Dana to see if we can see eye to eye, and if things go sideways, we have the enforcers, and Dana can control what happens to save the fate of this country.
Absolutely.
And I think we're in safe hands. Did y'all hear about this debate taking the internet by storm last week? 100 men versus one gorilla?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to put a twist on this.
We've been doing this,
All right?
yeah.
100 New Yorkers versus 50 Dagestanis.
The Dagestanis
Dagestanis
run
are
over
running
you
through
so
them, bro.
fast.
The Dagestanis are running through you guys like you wouldn't believe.
5 at random.
Unarmed.
We're going random. Everything at random.
No, you take the 100 toughest New Yorkers, grab 5 Dagestanis at random. The Dagestanis will have all your
Bro, I'll tell
wallet,
you
your
this right
coats
now.
and shoes and all the whole bit.
Those 100 New Yorkers will run into those 50 Dagestanis. And them Dagestan dudes might be smoking. But at the end of the day, they still know how to wrestle.
For sure. All right, now this one's an even battle. I'm curious. 100 Brazilians versus 100 Russians.
Did you remember the shirt Khabib wore that said if Sambo was easy, they would call it jiu-jitsu?
Yes.
is because the wrestling and the sambo kind of smashes the jiu-jitsu a little bit in terms of their base. Your wrestling base makes it hard for the grappler to play the game, and Brazil's known for jiu-jitsu. So
I've been all over the world, and I think that America is number one. But if I couldn't say America, the toughest place I know of is Russia. So
and we always
I gotta
knew.
go with the Russians.
Us with the wrestling, we knew because we saw all this happening before it happened because we saw it in wrestling.
What about 25 Dana Whites versus 10 Mexicans?
I live in Gilroy, California, so I'm like an honorary Mexican. So I can answer it. It's the gorilla we talking about. Like, I think the bigger number beats the normal person.
Sure.
Yeah, I thought that was a tough one, too. All right, you're talking about you think the numbers outweigh someone with a higher number. What about 30 LeBrons versus 70 Leo Messis?
Messi's the
LeBron
one
is
that won't
6'8".
touch any woman but his wife. He won't even pose. He won't even pose with a woman if it's not his wife. I like Messi. Yes. I like Messi.
He won't pose with his wife?
He won't touch.
There's a lot of people like that these days.
He closes his hand. He closes the hand like this, like Keanu Reeves.
I've never seen that.
He will not pose with a woman except for his wife. He's been with her since like 7th grade.
I do that.
And that's some mental toughness right there, my brother. I mean, that is some real focus, and I admire it.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron is 6'8".
LeBron's a pussy. I mean, are you really going to play this game?
But he's
LeBron's
6'8".
a pussy.
Is Messi a tough guy?
He runs
He's
up and down the
5'4".
Who's the worst athlete with the best nickname?
There's a guy that used to fight in the UFC named Smiling Sam Alvey. He had a great nickname, Smiling Sam, and he'd come out and he would sing and he would smile and he would dance. Sam Alvey could fight, but I bet he couldn't do anything else. I bet he couldn't even put a basketball in the hoop if you slid him right under it.
And I'm going to go with a pro wrestler called Big Van Vader.
Oh, he was,
Big Van Vader was a great
was
name.
best.
It
Oh
was.
my
It was great.
God, I
Old
love
Leon,
him.
you know, rest his soul. He played some football and whatnot.
Vader.
But overall, a little too big to move all that well.
All right, we're going to get a little cultural here, okay? I'm going to quiz Chael on black culture and you on white culture.
Sure.
Okay? So one at a time. We'll see who wins. We have a tiebreaker at the end. Okay, Chael, who is this famous Louisiana rapper with a smash hit called Wipe Me Down?
I do not. I know who that is, but I can't place
We're going to
it.
need a guess. We're going to need a guess.
Yeah, no, I can't do it.
No
I can't do
guesses.
it. No.
That's Boosie Badass.
Lil Boosie Badass.
Yeah, that's Boosie Badass.
But you know who it is. I know you know.
Yeah, I
You
actually
know
like
who
Little
it is.
Boosie.
DC, one of these men is Mozart. The other is Beethoven. Which one is which?
Mozart's that crazy son of a gun on the right side right there. And that's Beethoven on the left.
Incorrect, which means Chael evens up the score because by default there was one other
That's
answer.
exactly
Who
right.
is it?
This is Mozart with the blunts, and this is Beethoven with the,
He got
with the
blunts
flow.
there, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mozart's the one that looks like George Washington.
DC,
Yeah.
boy band royalty. Who?
Oh, weren't they called like the Blackstreet Boys or something like that? Backstreet Boys?
Correct.
Yeah,
So cool.
Backstreet
Very
Boys.
close.
Yep.
Chael, right back to you.
All right. Well, these guys look fantastic, but who are they? That is the Jackson 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the Jackson 5. That's,
Nope, I know who that is.
that's
Great
Janet
guess.
on the end.
That's a great one.
Great guess.
But
Close.
that's unfair because that's not them.
It's the
That's
movie, isn't it?
That's them from the show.
Chael, what is the government name of the real American
Oh,
gangster?
that's my guy right there. Yeah, I used to
namesake.
idolize him. That's Frank Lucas right there.
Correct.
How the fuck does he
And
know
he's
that?
actually at a Muhammad Ali fight, which is how he got on the radar for the police. He showed up in that outfit. That's what led to his arrest.
You know
I
how
don't wanna give him that
tell him how you know.
I'm a gangster.
His nickname, American Gangster, the movie American Gangster. This is
That's
Denzel
Frank
Washington in the
Lucas.
movie.
That's Frank Lucas.
But mine's not just a nickname. I'm a boss in the
No,
underworld.
yes, of course. I'm sorry.
Yeah, one of the
DC, who's the Chicago heavyweight?
Could you throw 3 names out and I'll pick one?
Whitey Bulger,
Chuck
Henry Hill,
Colombo.
Al Capone.
That's Al Capone.
Yep.
Genius. How'd you figure
I
that one
thought
out?
I thought that's what it was. I'm about to say Al Pacino. That's the problem.
All right, we're moving on to the movies category. DC, what is this white classic right here?
What is this?
I don't know. Humphrey Bogart. I don't know.
This is tough. This is
What
very
is
tough.
this?
I don't know.
American.
No
I don't know
chance
if
of a
that's
steal.
white, though. I don't know if that's why they didn't even put black people in movies at this time.
It's a Wonderful Life.
That's a great guess. It's Casablanca.
That is a ridiculous
That's a great
guess.
guess.
I love that
That's
you
like a
said
half
that.
point.
I
Actually,
used to watch it every year.
that is the whitest movie you could. That was good.
Chael.
Really, that was good.
Chael's not getting
Oh,
it.
that's the Jackson 3. That's Janet on the end. Now I see. That's for sure Janet Jackson on the end there.
No, that's not right, man.
Jackson 3.
No, what's the name of the movie?
I think it's called like The
Boys
Wood or
in the
something,
Streets,
yeah?
Boys in the Hood.
Incorrect. That is The Wood.
Wood.
Chael, you got
Chael
another
knows this one.
redemption.
All right.
Chael knows this one.
Oh, I do know that one. Well, I think I just said it. Boys in the Hood. Yeah,
Correct.
I
Let's
said
go,
it.
baby. And DC, another staple.
This Dirty Dancing.
Let's
Yeah.
go,
That's Dirty-
fellas.
What's the score? What's the score?
We'll say tied. Okay, Chael,
Are you feeling that?
identify this shoe.
That is called the Jordan Pro Max of 2025.
Not horrible. Do you see?
All right.
Foam posits?
Yep, copper foams.
Yep.
Now, I mean,
Faux posit?
Foam.
all right, what is this classic
That's-
outdoor shoe?
That's
Birkenstock.
trash. That's the Jesus sandals.
Correct, but what's the name? The name of the brand?
Birkenstocks.
Chael, you want to jump in?
No, I'm at Birkenstock.
All right, so we are tied, which means we have a tiebreaker. I'm
Oh
going to
my
show
God,
you
what
one.
is-
I'm going to show you a photo
Okay.
of one person. You tell me who it is. It's interesting.
Chael can't beat me again. He just beat me in
I
operation.
was just thinking that.
It's interesting that. All right, ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
First person to say it wins.
Saddam
Saddam!
Hussein.
He got it in
Oh,
first.
I
That's
did
why
it again.
it was interesting you chose him earlier. I had a feeling that would pay dividends in the end. All right, I didn't get to ask everything, but as far as this was concerned, what percentage of those questions had you never heard before?
What about when you asked me white questions and him black questions? I think you did that because you think he's black and I'm white, but you never actually asked us what race we are. Did that feel weird?
I didn't know. It was more culture, actually.
Chael's
I've seen you
black.
correct Dan Lebitard on that before.
Yes, I did.
More.
Yes, I did. There's a difference in a race and a nation.
But I also tried to make it equally hard.
It was fun.
I mean, It's a Wonderful Life, even though that wasn't the answer, I feel like that should just give you the win.
Sure, I do too.
So give me a number on the percentage you never heard before. 80, 70, 90,
95.
95. Let's
Yeah,
go.
90%.
All right, I'll take that. All right, fellas, thank you so much. Ultimate Fighter, May 27th on ESPN, and my personal favorite, ESPN Deportes. All right, y'all. Thank you so much.